All right, so and the other quarterfinal match is Team Davis versus Team Gray. They are on 7 and 8 this game. Our finals pair will be 5 and 6.
Nick, good luck.
I was wondering why I was pointing at you and saying good luck. I was confused.
Nick Morales.
I know. I got that.
Oh. David has committed the first assault of the day in the booth. All right, handshakes, and we are ready to rock. Leadoff bowlers, Marvin Dorr starting on the right lane, Mark Schwabline on the left.
I'm not switching sides because it's correct up top. The arrows are just pointed the opposite way.
We're following the monitors. Mark Schwabline going to start out with a 5-pin and a triangle for Marvin. 6, 9, 10. No, sir. Mark at the 5-pin. There we go. When your team handicap is 39, you need to make it. So that should be a total of 49 for Team Biederman, and then it should be a total of 86 for Kapper. There we go. Handicaps are correct. Isn't that nice? 2-hole match is Greg Boyle, no stranger to Sunday team tournaments, and Haley Brown.
Little heavy.
Greg leaves a split from his home house, the 3-4-6.
That was a mix.
Leaves the 5-pin on a terrible
hit. It was not a very good hit at all. Barely hit the head pin.
Those balls just got some. Haley missed it on the spare shot. Greg at the 4-pin has the 10. Haley way left to target, 9 box. Three-hole match. 2 more Southwest bowlers, because these are almost all Southwest bowlers, but some not all. Nick Morales, Abby Schlein.
Abby was blasting doubles at par 3.
That sounds about right.
I think she had trouble getting strikes, but no trouble getting doubles. Oh my.
Look out. Nick hits the corner, going away. So does Abby.
Oh my.
Nick leaves with 2 5s.
I hate shooting this. I hate shooting this. I hate shooting this. I hate shooting
You
this.
hate shooting that.
I hate shooting
that. 2-pinner sucks.
That's better.
Actually, less pins. Better ball, less pins. Make that make sense. Nick will take a 9 box. Wood ball for Abby. That's a good 10. So rocky start, but 10 box nonetheless. Jeff Kapper, John Biederman. Your 4-hole match. Here's Jeff. 3, 2, 1.
Medic.
He'll blame the approach for that delivery. John Biederman, look out.
We are a little bit off our spot to start this game.
You don't say.
The 9-pinner. We will replay a 9-pinner.
Can you do me a favor, just one small favor? As John, of course, because John's too good to make that shot, because John has to rip the middle. Can you actually put a 1 in the first ball column for Jeff Kapper?
We'll do anything. We can do that.
Thank you. Normally that column, it goes completely unused as far as numbers go. Or that cell. But we're going to put a 1 there just for a placeholder. John Biederman with the 9. Goes 3-3-3. 9 box. Anchors, RJ Hodges, John Green. RJ poos it in there on the 2-pin and leaves the 6-pin with housekeeping. John Green, no stranger to duck pins forever. He blows through the middle for 6. RJ Hodges at the 6-pin, got it in the ear. It is a mark advantage for Team Kapper, more than likely. Of course, John could make this. Who am I kidding? All right, he doesn't. All right, 1 mark advantage for Team Kapper. Team Kapper is getting spotted 37 pins this match. I think if we would have got to see, was Colby's team name Team Dan Thomas?
Yep.
Team D'Antonis, Team Biederman would have been a heck of a game to see. Almost no handicap anywhere.
Do it.
7 count for Mark Schwabline. Ooh, must be a little tight at the foul line this game.
The weather is a little disagreeable today.
Yeah. Wet outside will eventually translate to some wetness inside, and that is never good for the approach. 1-3-6. Plants, and he gets it, but these guys call it Southwest, which on some days can have a little tighter approaches. So it's better now. It's better now.
It's better now. That's what I will say.
Marvin takes the 5. The leadoff spare in the second frame for Team Kapper. Covering Mark Schwabline's 300. Greg Boyle, second frame.
I don't think he
3, 2, 1. Net it.
Am I supposed to put a 1 there?
If he makes it, yeah. What are we doing here? Can somebody hit the head pin, please? More of you.
Oh no.
6.
Haley up the youth league shot. Does not get it to go.
All right, Greg, hit the big side here.
3.
It is.
3 box. 13 in the second. Haley takes 10.
All right.
Beach Soccer World Cup.
I love beach soccer.
Beach soccer's crazy. You have to be crazy
Half
athletic for that.
50% of the goals is bicycle kicks.
That's a good ball.
Morales getting on the board. Strike in the second frame. Heavy Schlein in the pocket. She leaves the 10. Nick, a wrong foot bowler. Don't know if you had noticed that.
Another one of those silly wrong football.
2 on 1 team. That feels like cheating. And then RJ's lefty, so he slides on the right foot too. They actually have more people sliding on the right foot on their team than left. How about that? All right, I'll be back on track with that spare there in the second.
Thank you.
Jeff Kapper, spare fill.
Watch the ball.
Well, it's not 1, it is 10. 1 spare strike on that poo ball from Jeff Kapper.
Do it.
John Biederman a 10-pin.
I believe the only duck canals in Pittsburgh is rubber ducks, but Nick, you can grab me. Is there any moments?
You have
rubber ducks.
You have Glassport lanes as the open public house, and then
There we go.
as far as hard belly ducks go, which is what we're bowling, that is going to be Blackwell lanes in Gettysburg. They have six lanes, automatic scoring we just put in recently.
Similar idea, different things though.
RJ leaves a 2-1. 17 in the first. John Green steps up on lane 4, blew the middle out last time.
Oh, okay.
Got a break.
Wow.
JD over on the 7 and 8 still just being a meme, even though he's not on camera. All right, John taking a little extra time with this 9 pin. Bears down, and he gets it. 4 marks to Team Biederman.
Found another one of your 200 game bowlers this tournament.
Yep. RJ, nope. 8 box. That is a 1 mark advantage for Team Kapper. For Team Biederman. They're up 4 marks to 3. And Team Kapper leads by 53. Spare fill for Marvin. 2 more. They asked for 1 more. They're going to get 2 more. Marvin spinning out the 7-8 for the 20 box. There they go. Mark Schwabline looking to cover.
Hold it.
Not that pulling it's always been bad on this pair this morning. There's been some back doors on lane 3.
As long as you get between pins, you're fine. Yep. When you're not between pins, you're in trouble.
Oh, Haley gets that is a Dave Jones conversion on the first ball for Haley Brown.
I made a Jade Jones this morning for respect.
So she has a chance. You know, since I came up with the name, we have not had the reverse Dave Jones made on camera.
It's not an easy shot.
This is the Jade Jones for Haley Brown. And the Jade Jones wins again.
Yeah, it's kind of a pound the body shot.
Yes, you've got to nail the head pin or hit it very thin. And there's no in between.
Oh, and
anything
Andrew,
between them, you get 1.
Andrew, Nick will love hearing that. Nick will love hearing that, Andrew. I'm gonna let him read it himself.
Oh, Andrew, thank you. Not sure if it's the lighting, but the pins look extra bright white on my TV. Yes, they do, because we upgraded our deck lights, and I have loved them.
The funniest thing about the deck lights, though, I bowl with Joe Ranier on Wednesday.
Yep.
And if there's a pin somewhat out front, the lights don't go out
That's
as far.
correct.
He thinks that the sweeper won't get it every time.
That's correct. They are 50-watt LED light bars. They are nice and bright.
So I had to tell him, like, Joe, the sweep will actually get that. It's like the lights out. Like the sweep will get it.
And they probably think something, well, again, because it's not a tube, so it has a decent beam angle, but it's not as much as a tube would be. But it very much lights up this top schematic.
Get that back one? Get another one? Why not?
Yeah.
Pins.
All right, there you go. New drinking game. Every time they throw a backdoor on television today, take a sip. So far, you're 5 sips in.
Way to death.
Yeah. And if they make a 9-pinner, you got to finish the bottle. Got to finish the drink. Please enjoy responsibly.
No, it's Sunday. We can't drink yet. It's not noon. Sorry.
Carroll County.
Nice try.
Carroll County, we're good. Nick Morales with the 20 box.
Yeah, you can drink right now. That's Frederick County. You can't do
That's
that.
correct. We are in Carroll.
More like it.
Abby at the 4-pinner. Nice shot.
It's the water wine stores that are closed on Sunday.
Right.
They don't want you going into the beer hall and bringing in your beer to church.
Yeah. Well, because the church already provides their own.
Yes, I know.
That nice church wine. And by nice church wine, I mean
Catholic specifically.
It's just church wine. It's not
Grape juice.
Well, no, it's just not good.
Jeff, strike field.
Takes out the 1 pin he doesn't want to take out. Leaves the 3-9 chop shot. John Biederman spare fill. That's in the pocket. Tight.
All right, cover him up.
Couple pins working. Leaves the 3-6. Jeff Kapper 3-9 for the spare. Good look at it. Open frame.
you want anything to eat or drink?
I mean, if I did, you wouldn't have to buy it for me.
I'll just take it out of your pay.
That we're definitely not doing. A Mountain Dew would be nice.
I'm gonna get the name.
Okay.
You're on your own.
Oh no!
John, yes, John.
That was just a classic John Green ball right there. We did. RJ Hodges will close out the third frame. Team Biederman will be up a hit, possibly two. RJ gonna leave the 7. No belt help. RJ leaves the single 7. That looks pretty good. He's got it. All right, at the end of 3, it is Kapper 265, Biederman 215. Team Kapper up 50 pins. They are down a hit, 4 hits to 3. Here's a strike throw for Marvin Dorr. Off the side for 6. Mark Schwabline nails the pocket for 9. Leaves the 6. Marvin, no sir. Counts 9 on the strike. Wood ball for Marvin is unsuccessful. We'll have 58 in the 4th. Single 6 for Mark Schwabline. No. Blows by it. Open frame. Haley Brown yet to mark in the game at 26. That ball left the target. 6 off the side, leaves the 1-3-6-9. Gonna throw a 1-3 pocket strike ball to make this. Jeff, or sorry, excuse me, Mark makes 9 out. Haley tight, takes it anyway. Let's take another look at that one. Haley gets the first spare of the game. There you go. Greg Boyle off the corner again. Greg struggling to find the command of this game. 22 in the 3rd, which is actually the same exact spot Jeremy Killingsworth was at in that same position on that same side of the scoreboard last game. I wish I was making that up, but I'm not. 4 count for Nick Morales as he goes off the side. Greg, Youth League shot.
Oh no.
Gregory. Yes, please. Six pinner, no sir. Great idea with that. Yep. On the right part of the head pin, just didn't get it to carry back. Wood ball for Greg Boyle. I'm gonna say he steals 8. Nine for Nick Morales.
Just off the head pin. Break pinner to shoot at. She'll take that break.
When you're a bowler of Abby's caliber and you see that ball starting to drift off the head pin, you're just hoping it's not too.
Yeah. Come forward.
I'm not going to steal that. Open frame. A couple missed spare breaks here in the 4th frame for Team Biederman. Jeff Kapper. Light hit. Good break, leaves the 3.
Very good miss.
Jeff, I believe, a ball we don't get to see too often. We'll see it every now and again. Jeff throwing cyclone urethane. I believe.
I know a few people throw it. I imagine Dylan Hanshaw is throwing his.
Yes.
He likes to throw that a lot.
I'll have to ask Jeff, but I'm pretty certain those are cyclones. Old school EFCO urethane. Turner for Jeff Kapper as he covers.
Yeah, it's not that they're unpopular balls. There just aren't that many of them that people throw.
Correct. They're also not made anymore. John Biederman, solid 10. Hey, Kapper. You throwing cyclones? Thank you. Sorry, you can sit down now.
He was ready to come over and have a conversation.
I just needed validation that I was right. RJ Hodges, bottom of the fourth. In there. Very late.
You're going to take that. You're going to take 9 and be happy with it.
We're going to take 9.5 and say thank you. John Biederman, no. Cut it short on the spare shot. I will say, looking over at our other semifinal match, there's a respectable density of strikes on 7 and 8. RJ in the face. 3 spares in the fourth frame for Team Kapper. No marks yet in the frame for Team Biederman, but John Green could throw a double here.
Please? Okay.
Very tight, but splashes out most of the back row to leave just the 10. The theme this frame for Team Biederman is all missed spare breaks. Mark missed a single. Greg whiffed the 7-pinner. Abby missed the 3-pinner. John missed a single.
And while on the other side,
Biederman.
Team Kapper made all of those.
Yep, they made all their breaks. That is all missed spare breaks in the 5th frame. I'm going to call the 7-pinner a spare break because he just completely whiffed it. But that is 5 missed spares in the 4th frame for Team Biederman, and that is a disastrous frame when you're spotting 37 and you're already down scratch. They are now trailing in the match by 41 pins and 3 hits going to the 5th. And Mark cuts back. It's still gettable. They're just not in a great spot right now.
Still plenty of time in this game. Still 6 seconds left to go.
There's time, but it's just you would like to not be in this position because
you want to chuck away at the, just hack away at that.
Look at this
handicap.
spin.
Maybe. I think I'm 1.
This could get ugly though. This could.
No.
Oh, okay.
Nah,
That could have hit just the 6-pin, and that could have been ugly. Thank you for letting it spin.
Glad you didn't regret it.
Yep. Yeah, you almost regretted it. Tricky triangle for Marvin Dorr. He says yes. I think he left that on the first frame, lane 4.
Ooh, through the hole. 8 out.
8 out for Mark Schwabine, a 69.5. Marvin Dorr, 68 plus. That mushrooms the lead a little further. Team Kapper up to 43 pins. Haley Brown, spare fill. Tight. That might walk.
I kick.
It's going to be 9 in the meantime, and 9 it will be.
The ball.
Rolling out. Charity strike for Gregory Boyle. Richie checking in with the word due. I forgot to give my instructions to David. This is a fully dressed Mountain Dew. Richie Eden and I share a passion for undressed Mountain Dew, which is a Mountain Dew in a cup. And when I mean in a cup, I mean it is Mountain Dew in a cup that is this. There is no ice, there is no lid, there is no straw. That's why they have a rim on the edge of the cup. You put your mouth on it and drink it. So
disgusting.
I cheers to you, Richie, and undressed Mountain Dew on the Snow Bad Sundays.
We're civilized men around here.
Richie is a civilized man. He likes the finer things in life.
Mountain Dew without ice.
Listen, Richie saves us quarters and quarters a year by not taking that lid and straw holes. 3, 2, 1.
Medic.
Meanwhile, Abby converts the pin that Nick just took out. She spares in the 5th. She's back-to-back marks on lane 3. Do we have another 9-pinner? We do not.
Now we have a tough to get 7 rocks.
Yeah. Par is 7 here. It's easy to go under par. John Biederman looking to read the rule book. That is left of target.
How was it?
Just left it up to strike, Dave. Nice count. John Biederman throws 11 pins down center straight, going a never to return. And Nick hits par. Gets the 7 box. Just Kapper with that 5th frame test slide.
Oh,
look out. John leaves the head pin. Makeable spare. He missed a single last frame. Spare fill for Jeff Kapper. White. Oh, lashes him out. That ball looked a little thinner than it actually ended up being. I thought that ball was going to fade away, but it held pocket and mixed well. Now urethane shoots the pins, and he's got the ball speed to throw urethane here. If you really crank it, urethane on the synthetics, I'm not a fan. At least these synthetics, but
no, I'm not either.
But his ball speed, he took the pins down. One of our highest average senior bowlers here, Gary Sporowski, throws a urethane pro line.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of like the really reactive urethanes on the pins here.
Also, it's almost like you don't need that extra motion, the extra pin, the way they shoot the pins.
Yeah.
Sometimes you almost don't need it here.
Like I'll throw arrows here, but those aren't the same.
Jeremy Killingsworth just obliterated the rack on lane 7.
Well, Jeremy Killingsworth usually hits 3 pins or 10.
Hey, you're actually, I think he would admit that, but you're like dead on accurate with that he either nails 10 deep or it's out in the parking lot. All right, we enter the second half. Here's Marvin Dorn.
We got that ball out there.
Take one, not that one. He takes the 10 to leave an inverted 2-pinner.
You want to know another break I hate?
That one. Yeah, that one's not any better than the 2-5. Ooh. Art Schwabline with the strike. There's a substantial lead, though, for Team Kapper at this point in the match. Marvin, 6'9". Got it.
I'll still keep score, but I'm going to take off my mic.
Okay. That's a textbook conversion to the 6'9" there for Marvin North. Greg Boyle, after a horrendous start, 30 in the 4th, put up a strike in the 5th. Let's see if he can turn it into a double. As he often does on Sundays in team tournaments, Greg Boyle connects for the double. Haley Brown pushing through the middle. So Team Biederman backs up against the wall at the half. They come out firing here with strike and double. Haley chasing the hole on the second ball. Here's a spare fill for Abby Schlein. It is all fills for the rest of the frame here for Team Biederman. Abby catches a break for 8. Trips the 4-pin out, leaves the 3-6. Haley, look out. Quarter inch away from a 3-box, takes 7. 62 through 6. Three, 6. Yes. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 marks in a row for Team Biederman. Here comes Team Biederman.
Second double of the weekend.
That is 7 straight after God knows how many missed breaks. Nick Morales trying to stop the bleeding. Okay. Yeah, whatever. And the crowd goes dead silent. John Biederman for the double. Chance. There it is. John, a true read of the rulebook. Missed that single pin in the 4th while working on a spare. Comes back and packs the pocket the next 2 frames. Double up, and that is how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits on the board currently for Team Biederman. Look out. This could be the momentum swinging frame of the match. John Green for the star frame for them to go 9 out of 10. Runs it out. Oh, 6-10. There's a lot of business firing over at those 2 pins. Jeff Kapper got to play some defensive bowling here, catch a double. Team Biederman pulling the pins back in a hurry. Jeff with a double. Got it. secures the shot in the 1-2 pocket. Take another look at it. Killed him. 10 gone. John Green for the star frame two-pinner. Yes. We have a star frame in the sixth. Team Biederman, 9 out of their last 10. They have 2 doubles on the board, plus a single strike fill. No bad Sundays to you, sir. Doing dandy. And that was the pest control man of the Mount Airy area, Rob Yao. Oh. 7-8 on a rocket for RJ. So look at this, 428 for Team Biederman. If RJ holds 10 here, it's 483. That would be a 55-pin lead. If RJ holds 10, it's a 55-pin lead. They're on 4 hits, and Biederman is on 7. All that, Biederman's only, I say only, up 3 hits. By the way, off to our right, Jeremy Killingsworth, the 3 or 10, he went for 10 again, and that's now 3 strikes in a row. Marvin Dorr, start the 7th. Spare fill off the side for 7. Mark Schlablein is the single strike fill for Team Biederman. I imagine you will see him run this one out if he throws it well. He didn't like that one at all. 2-8. Still working on the second ball count. Marvin covers the spare. Mark for the cover does not get the 5 to go. Just about perfect placement for it. Didn't get the 5 pin to carry. Haley, the low score on the pair at 62 in the 6th, and she punches through the 2 pin again. Mark covers for 10. 98 through the 7th. There's a lot of strikes on 7 and 8 right now. A lot. And maybe it is for me. Just for me, I don't like it. 8, I hit 8 well, I just don't hit 7 well. Greg Boyle. For the triple, leaves 7-8. Craig takes his medicine. 8 count, 9 count. Craig gonna throw the wood ball and miss left. 86 in the 7th. There's a lot of counts being put up there. Yep. Well, yeah, while we have a quick pause. Another shootout match on 7 and 8. It is Team Davis is leading, right? So I'm seeing Team Davis leading by 51, and they're up a couple counts. That's in the bottom of the 7th frame, so there is still time, but the lead is growing. Scott Sarah checking in with the YouTube. That's super chat, right? A little super chat. What's up, everyone? How you doing, Scott? Thanks for checking in. The story with Scott is I watched Scott's YouTube videos back in like 2010 when he built a mini duckpin candlepin lane in his basement. The only thing that frustrated me about it was when I watched him bowl duckpin, he had like 1 target and 9 strike masters. And there's nowhere good to hide it except maybe the 5 pin. But then if you leave the 5 pin all the time, you're going to blame the target. Gold crown, he had a gold crown at some point when Agawam Bowl, Candlepin House, got rid of their gold crowns. Again, I believe that's the story. Tell me if I'm wrong. Abby Schlein, spare fill, back to the action. She leaves 2 and 1. 7 count gives her 87 in the 6th. Nick Morales stepping up on lane 4, looking for a double. Well, there it is, our first chance of the day. If Nick Morales can convert this forest spare successfully, he wins the Dave Jones Signature Edition t-shirt presented by Duck Pins Forever and SpareBreak.com. This is it, Nick Morales. I believe this is his first ever attempt on camera for the shirt. Good try. Takes 4 of the 6, no t-shirt for you. Abby with the 9 box. I was a little worried, honestly, because you have a lot of ways to make it here. Shooting pins off the wall. We might have dipped into the budget there, but the budget is safe for now as Nick takes a 10. The lead is tightened a little bit. We have matching doubles to fill here in the 4-hole. Here's John Biederman for the triple. Once that 5 to go, the question is, will it? And John's going to hit the pedal. That 5-7 is going to stand. 8 count for John Biederman. Gives him an 82 fifth frame half. Jeff Kapper taking a little extra time here. A lot of extra time. Off the side for 7. Leaves the 1-3-8. Off the wall. Nope. Open frame for John. Counts 9 on his second strike. Jeff Kapper, 1-3-8 left of target. Counts 8 on the second strike. So John Biederman does out-count his man. John counts 8, 9, and 10. And Jeff Kapper, 7, 8, and 10. John, a 4 count. Dead pulled it out of his hand. No marks on the board yet this frame for Team Biederman. There is just 1 for Team Kapper. RJ Hodges in the bottom of the 7th leaves the 7-pin. John Green at the 6-pinner, going tight. And no, does not get the 6 to go. Yeah, I thought so. Team Davis putting up a lot of strikes on that other match as RJ covers. Through 7, Team Kapper 561, Biederman 530. Biederman just starting to pull back. It's now a 31-pin match, but Team Kapper up 2 hits. 3 to go. Oh, 8-pin for Marvin Dorr. 8-pin. You make 9, I guess. Just make 9. Another 4 off the side for Team Biederman. There's Mark Schwabline pulling the first ball left. Marvin at the 8-pin, got it in the ear. Open frame and miss everything. I will say on the other match, I'll put Greg Schreefer on 200 watch at 153 plus in the 8th. Airy down with the strike. Tripping out the 5-10 together. Take a second look at that one as Mark Schwabline goes 4 box. Ouch. That was a big ouch. Nick Morales in the 8th. Really good shot, another 8-pin. 9 spare is a good frame. 9 spare is a good frame. Greg Boyle with the 1-8 on his ball off the side. Nick Morales pulling that left. Open frame. Oh, Mr. 10-3. 10-3. That's awesome. Mr. 10-3. Now, Jeremy did go 9 spare last frame, but he did just go 3 off the corner that time. Nick Morales takes 10. Greg Boyle going to take 10 as well. This game is now firmly in the control of Team Kapper. Team Biederman put together a heck of a 5th and 6th, but they've been quiet since then. They've gone 7 consecutive opens after 9 consecutive marks, which is basically just undoing everything they just did to get close. Eighth frame for Jeff Kapper. He is 3 or 10. Jeff Kapper leaving the zigzag. 124 through the 7th for Jeff. Abby Schlein in the 8th. That is left of target. And leaves the 1-6. Jeff Kapper likely playing a part of the 6-pin here. Jeff does what everyone does. We're going to try to shoot the 6-pin on the zigzag and hit the 9. As we all do. Abby through the hole, open frame. Oh, wiggles it for 9.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for on the last ball.
Abby takes her 10.
Scott, yes, 2 house are closing. Glen Burnie is closing next month. Goal is closing at some point this summer.
Yep. 42 lanes between the two of them.
Not to mention the 10-pin side of goal. I heard there was some anger about as well.
Yeah. RJ 3 through the middle on the spare count. John Biederman.
You know another shot I hate,
4-8.
Nick.
That's not one I like either. RJ in the hole.
Hey.
Uh-oh. They're in an okay spot here. They just need to hold. He just needs to hold pins. Shoot a couple pins. 4-8. Oh. Just tips it over for the spare. That was their first mark as a team since John's spare in the bottom of the 6th. RJ with an 8 box.
Sure.
Yeah. 8 is what happened.
John really needs to get started here. They've got some work to do. Hold it again. Holding a lot of balls.
Yep. Popping up out of the shot a little bit. Could be adrenaline, quick feet.
Well, it's funny. It feels like their whole team is doing it.
Yeah. John tries to slide it, doesn't get it to go. There's a 1 mark advantage for Team Kapper.
Ew.
7 box. So this is not impossible down 49 with 2 frames to go, but back is up against the wall right about now.
Yeah, they have 1 mark in their last 2 frames, and this is a team that should probably be putting up 2 or 3 a frame.
Minimum. Mark, 6-9 out of the full rack. I think he's saying the pins falling over caught him in his backswing. Open frame for Mark.
Ew. Sorry, Marvin.
2-1. 10 box for Mark Schwabline. He wishes he had that frame back. Marvin pacing in the high 140s. Greg pushing through for 7. Oh, right in the pocket. That was for the double and leaves the 4-pin. Greg touching it. Open frame.
There's a few too many opens right now for a team beating.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, in the ear.
I didn't know she had it.
Oh, that was for you, Dad. Thank you. Yeah, Greg. That's for my dad. Watching at home.
Nick with the deuce. See if Abby can get a mark up on the board in the 9th. She goes off the side and leaves a chop. It's the 3-9 standing.
It's a tough shot for her ball.
Yeah. Nick left the target.
Got it, big side.
Just the pedal will do, Abby. Abby, yes, off the wall. Use the sideboard.
Yeah, with her ball, I think that's probably how I prefer to
That
touch.
puts Team Biederman up ahead, for what it's worth. We are a pin off somewhere on Team Biederman's score. I'll have to figure out where it is. John Biederman, 8, 9, 10. He had a 9 box in the first, not 8. We've been wrong since the first frame. Cool. Love that. Jeff Kapper or deuce. I would say if John and John both strike here, I wouldn't count this game out.
Yeah, there's a small opening here. It is small, but it is there. That's a ball. I'm sorry.
Nobody look at me.
I'm sorry. That was impolite. I told you 3 and 4 stuff. Ah.
That's how much they suck, don't they?
Yep.
Make an 8-pinner after your opponent goes 7, 8, 9 on a crush.
Best ball I threw all day here Friday. I left 4-6.
Then it wasn't a good ball.
I disagree.
So did the 4-6.
Apparently.
I'll have a chat with them later. That's a bomb.
I was ready to call it before it even hit the pin.
Yeah.
So that pin was still there for a moment. That's a good ball, too.
I love that. Man, as a mechanic that does the lanes, you love seeing that. Watch that Deadwood hit the 6-pin and shoot back left. That's one of those if you had something else standing over there. Oh, yeah. You love seeing that. You did get a strike. It was a good ball, too. All right. All but over here. We're going to just see what the final score is.
How do you feel? Yay.
Yeah, he said break down when we're down to 70.
Like it.
And now they'll give Marvin a split. This is what we call covering the spread. Win, but don't cover. Mark gets the spare in garbage time.
Anything to stay in 128?
No, he's not there yet. He does need 6.
Marvin, true professional bowler.
Team Davis putting up a very, very respectable game on 7 and 8. They were in the 840s.
Yeah, but that pair is not very good.
Yeah, they just shot 843.
Oh.
Marvin for 10. This pair isn't very good either.
At least I know this pair isn't very good.
I'm glad we both think the pair sucks and then it scores.
I never said 7 and 8 was bad. I thought 7 and 8 was good. One of the better pairs right now. Oh,
He just threw a triple. Mike Turner Jr. just threw a triple. 9, 10, 11 to shoot a possible 181. And it'll mean nothing. It'll be 843 to 778 if he goes off the sheet. He did not go off the sheet. But he did shoot 179 and beat his man. That's nice. All right, automatic spare.
8-10er.
Yeah.
Trying to.
Catch your man, Greg. $843 to 776. Over on 7 and 8, the final score. This one a little lower scoring affair.
I mean, you want to leave 3 in the back row, right?
Not really. I'd rather not.
All right, once this game's over, we'll get set up for the last game. That game will be at 5 and 6.
Yep. The championship pair. Phil ball?
Good ball. Maybe.
Why not? Yeah. Penalty shot. Successful. Although not a penalty shot because you're on the winning side.
It doesn't matter.
Side to the right. Let's get back now, y'all. Back it up. All right, Nick Morales, 10th frame. Whew. Well, throw more like that in the championship match. That'll
A lot of 8 and 9s. This is
Stone
like
8, Stone 9. Oh, apparently this pair sucks. That's right. I forgot. That's just salt in the wound. Abby won for penalty shot.
Neither did Nick.
Huh?
Neither did Nick.
No. All right, Abby, we'll take 10. Nick, third ball. That's a 9. Shoots 113. Not his finest game, but ended up not needing it. This is still out of reach.
It's a little better break.
That had to be a strike there for them to have any semblance of a chance. Just keep the ball in the pocket and get a count.
It's worth a replay.
It is. Now, do you think you would get such a generous hit on a pair that sucks?
I mean, I think that's the only way I get strikes on here. That's
Okay. I feel like I just don't get strikes. Period, full stop. John Biederman. Penalty shot is 9. Shoots a respectable 157. Jeff Kapper count for the 170s. Another strike. Nope, leaves it 2-1. He'll be in the 170s. John Green going to step up and throw his penalty shots. Probably a double here.
Good call, Nick. Good call on the double.
Now the question is, why doesn't John just hit reset and walk off after that? All right, do it for the folks at home, John. All right, rewind. John, do it for the folks at home.
Anything stay 128, John.
Try again.
So that's where you're supposed to throw it. I don't know. I don't know. John,
How it's done.
that is how it's done in this house.
Well, RJ quickly firing the next one. Not even giving Sherman time to catch up. Sherman working hard back there to keep up with RJ.
DCAF, we made our peace with Tony Town last year.
Yeah.
And whatever.
No funeral.
Whatever
Whatever they end up deciding to do. All right, RJ Hodges shoots 160. Your final score in this semifinal, Team Kapper 792, Team Biederman 715. It will be Davis Kapper championship match coming up in just a moment. All right.